whisper my name. Whispered my name just as I woke up, and it scared me. It scared the absolute you know what out of me. And I just lay there for a moment, frozen in fear, with my eyes wide open, looking into the darkness, unable to believe that I really just heard that. And I swear, I heard it so clearly. I heard it as clear as you can hear me whispering to you right now. It was exactly the same, and it was a woman's voice, just an unrecognizable woman's voice, a random woman's voice. And I just lay there, frozen for a little bit, praying that it wasn't some sort of ghost or demon or otherworldly creature. And then I turned my light on and looked around the room, of course to assess that my surroundings were in fact nice and safe. And it took me a little bit of time to fall back asleep because I was scared. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? But what was the woman's voice? Who was that? Who was that whispered to me? Was it just a fragment of my dream that followed me into my waking life? I don't know. You know, I've always had extremely vivid dreams. Extremely vivid, like crazy vivid. And I still have them to this day. Every single night I will have about 2 to 3 really vivid dreams, and I can remember them perfectly. Nowadays, most of my dreams, they're like happy little adventure dreams. With my friends. We're just going on adventures together. A lot of the time, it will be like some sort of survival scenario, somewhat like a post-apocalyptic scenario, where we are building and trying to survive in a harsh world, you know. And I also have a lot of disaster dreams, specifically dreams about tsunamis. There was a time when I was a child, I can't even remember what year specifically, sometime in the early 2000s, when there was a big tsunami in the world, and it was broadcast on TV a lot. It was on the news all the time, and I saw that as a child, and I genuinely believed that it like borderline traumatized me. Maybe not actually traumatized me, but it really entered my psyche, deep into my psyche. And I was terrified of the concept of tsunamis for a long time. I even remember if I was ever like near the sea, on a beach or something, I would be staring out at the ocean, terrified that a tsunami might happen, which is absurd, considering that I live in the UK, you know. We're very lucky. We don't typically get any extreme weather or, you know, disasters like that. Certainly not in the UK. But still, my little child brain was afraid of the possibility of a tsunami. And I learned the fact by watching the news, all these news reports of the tsunami, that before a tsunami hits, the water recedes. It goes out from the beach quite drastically. So I kept looking at the beach, at the water, and being worried, like, is the water receding? Is this a sign of an incoming tsunami? It was just too much fear, too much imagination, very irrational. That's what my child brain was like. My child brain was very fearful, consumed with fear. Too imaginative, I'm not sure. When I was really young, I had such a hard time sleeping. Always. And I was afraid I was afraid of sleep and of bedtime. Because every single night I would have nightmares. And as I mentioned, my dreams are very, very vivid. Very, very vivid. Even today, and even when I was a small child. And I can remember most of my dreams, like 90% of my dreams I remember with ease. And obviously, when you have a nightmare as a child, if it is vivid, it is extra scary, extra terrifying, you know. So I kept having nightmares almost every single night. I'm not sure what was going on with my psyche, where I was having nightmares constantly. Some bad stuff was happening, you know, in my real waking life as a child, and perhaps that was affecting my psyche and following me into the night, into my dreams, and they became nightmares. But yeah, I was absolutely terrified as a child of going to bed and of sleep because of the dreams and the nightmares I would have. There was one specific nightmare I would have, it was recurring, and it was this monster. With like a metallic spike for an arm, from like his elbow to his hand. It was not a normal arm, it was a metal spike. And in my dream, in my nightmare, this monster would chase me down, and then he would drive his metal spike into my back, and I could feel the pain in real life, you know. I could feel the pain in my back of this monster driving his metal spike into my back. And what would happen was I would be arching my back in real life in my bed, trying to move my back away from the metal spike, you know what I'm saying? Trying to escape it. And I would wake up in this like twisted position where my body was like arched, trying to escape the metal spike. That would happen all the time when I was a child, and it terrified me. It's still kind of a little scary to think about to this day. The fact that my dream would make me physically move in real life, and I felt the pain like it was real. It felt like it was real. Goodness knows. Luckily now, though, I almost never have nightmares anymore. Luckily now, I just have nice dreams, nice pleasant dreams. And also, I'm a big, strong adult now, and I am courageous, and nothing scares me anymore. I can take on anything. I am now an unstoppable beast. I'm not a small child anymore. Now I'm a giant man. But don't you worry. I am benevolent and gentle. I will not be hurting you. I will not hurt you at all. Of course not. You are perfectly safe. Even though I'm so absolutely giant compared to you. I'm so absolutely giant and so absolutely powerful and strong. But you don't need to worry. I would never do anything to hurt you, okay? I promise. What are your dreams like? Do you get vivid dreams? Do you remember your dreams? It's funny, I once was afraid of going to sleep and of dreaming, but now I love going to sleep and I love dreaming. know sometimes we get a lot of bad weather in my country. In Wales, in the UK, lots and lots of rain typically. Sometimes our summers are not very good either. But when I do get a sunny day, oh, it's so beautiful. It's so absolutely beautiful. I simply must go outside. I simply must go outside and adventure and explore, you know. And it feels so good and wonderful. It really uplifts my spirits. Just getting outside and experiencing some of the beautiful sunshine. It's crazy actually how much better I feel when the skies are blue and when the sun is out compared to when it's cloudy and grey. It has such a massive impact on my mood. Huge impact. Do you think it is simply the vitamin D that I get from the sunshine making me feel better? I don't think so, because I take little vitamin D tablet all the time in the winter. In the UK, I think you probably have to, because even if you're outside all the time, it's grey, there's cloud cover, so the sunlight that you get through the cloud cover is not going to be enough, I don't think, to produce sufficient vitamin D. But I also don't think that the tablet form of vitamin D it's not as good as getting sunshine, beautiful, glorious sunshine. I imagine the effects of the rays of sunshine. Also, it can't just be limited or boiled down to just vitamin D. It's not that simple. I don't think so. There's probably some other things happening there. There is probably something spiritual about it. Something spiritual. Don't you think the rays of sunshine, they invigorate your very soul, your very spirit? Don't you think so? Or do you think I'm stupid? Do you think everything can be explained scientifically and nothing needs to be explained in some sort of spiritual mumbo jumbo? Are you that kind of person? Are you logical, scientific? Or are you more about vibes and feelings and spiritual stuff? I think probably most of us are a little bit of both, aren't we? Or a little bit of both. Yes, I think so. I don't think there's anything wrong with either, really. I don't think there's anything wrong with either. I think it might be time for me to say goodbye to you now, little creature. I think it might be time for me to say goodbye to you. I've got a lot of things that I need to do today. A lot of things that I need to go and do. It would be nice, wouldn't it, to just lie here for hours and hours and hours and roar on each other's faces and have a jolly good time. But we must do other things as well. We can't get too obsessed about one particular thing. We must try to have a little bit of balance in our life, mustn't we? I think so anyway. Okay, little creature. It was lovely to see you, lovely to find you, and to find your perfect face. Perfect for drawing on and colouring on with my crayons. How wonderful. How wonderful indeed. I'm going to pack my things away, and I'm going to leave you now, okay? I hope you enjoy the sunshine, and I hope you have a lovely